Hello and welcome to Mollie's Motif. This is Emily, and this week over at Fantabulous Cricut we have another fun challenge for you. It's entitled Have Your Cake, and we want to see you use any sort of cake image or cupcake image on your cards or projects. And naturally when I think of putting a cake or a cupcake on a card, I think of doing a birthday card, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. And when I was putting it together, I did have my 11-year-old niece, who's going to be turning 12 next month, in mind. So that's kind of what I'm gearing this card towards. And I'm going to be pulling one of the cake images from Sweet Treats. This is a fabulous cartridge. I love this cartridge. It's so fun. They've got a ton of different options for cupcakes, ice cream cones, different slices of cake. There's presents, and there's these fun flowers that I love. They have a lot of phrases, and they really have, this is a great cartridge for party favors and cupcake holders, and tags. It's just a fabulous cartridge. I love it. So if you don't have this one, I would highly recommend it. And the cartridge that the image that I'm going to be using is on page 38 in the handbook, and it's this fun cake. And I really like the angles of the frosting on this cake because it's not, perfect. It's kind of slanted, and the layout of my card, I just thought it matched really well. So this is the image I'm going to be using. But if you can look, they have the different card features. You've got the card in the shape of a cake. You've got the party favors, the little boxes that you can put treats in, and then the cupcake holder. They're just awesome features on this cartridge. So, and then there's your tag. And you do have a shadow feature, a blackout feature, and the layering is really simple. So I did 4 different cuts, and I'll show you my little cake that I made. So my base cut, I cut out of this blue, so that's what's showing there. And then the shift base is cut out of yellow, so that's, you can see, and it cuts the candle and the little stripes on the candle. And then your layer, you get the lighter pink, those are the pieces for your layer, and then your shift layer is the hot pink, and also part of the candle. And I did put some stickles on my candle so that there's a little bit more shine on that. But then on the shift layer, I don't understand why, but there's this piece. And I guess if you wanted to use it instead of the yellow on the candle at the top, you can do that, but I really have no idea where that would go. So I'm kind of perplexed, but that's okay, because it's cute. I like the cake. So this is the image that I'm going to be using. And again, it's page 38. So great cartridge, great images on that card. So I'll just go through the layout of my card. And just up front, I'll tell you, I did find this layout, the sketch, from Mojo Monday in their archives, and I love that site. Whenever I get stumped or I need new ideas of how to do a layout, I always turn to Mojo Monday, and I love their sketches that they have. So if you ever need some inspiration, some extra inspiration, I would check that blog out, because every one of their sketches is just awesome. So this is where I did find a sketch from there that I'm going to be following. And all of my pattern paper is coming from Die Cuts with a View. It is the Birthday Wishes stack, and there is some shine and glitter on some of these pages, so it's really fun and cute. So I'll just kind of flip through. There's some hot pink, and it's just got little print that says happy birthday to you over and over. That's a fun star. And then just great balloons. There's a blue piece with the happy birthday to you in small print. I'll be using this number paper today, and this plaid paper, because I love it. And there's some green and hot pink skinny chevron pattern paper in this pack that I'll be using as well. And that one's really cute, the party hats. Love that one. So that's where my paper is coming from. And I'm just starting out with a standard A2, just a fun bright green. And here is my number paper. So cute for birthdays. I love it. And then I will get the measurements of all my little mats that I'm putting on my card. I don't have them off the top of my head. But here is some of that green, it's got some shine to it, strip that I'll be putting down the side. And then I am going to be using some ribbon today. It's just a chevron pattern ribbon with the green, pink, and orange colors just matches great. And this is from American Crafts Premium Ribbon. I'm sure I got it at Joann's for $1. And then here's some of that hot pink skinny chevron that I'll be using, and I'll be angling that on the card. And then here is the plaid, and I'll be putting that angled as well down here. And I do have just a white shadow piece behind each of my mats just to set everything apart. And here is my cake. And I cut this cake at 3 inches. I don't think I mentioned that before. So this is at 3 inches. And I did do a shadow piece just out of white. And I'm still thinking that the shadow is too big. I don't know why they look so big to me lately. The shadows just seem huge. But I'm still using it because I wanted that offset. I even tried doing it at 2 3/4 just to see if I could make that work. But no, it doesn't. So I don't know what my deal is with the shadows lately. And then here is my sentiment, and I used George to cut out the skinny oval, and it's cut out at 2 inches, and that will go right here. And my sentiment comes from a fun Fiskars stamp set that I got from Joann's when it was 40% off, so I got it for like $4. And it's just, I love little things. I kind of collect little things, and these stamps are just so teeny. I love it. But then they have a stamp border that you can put, you know, the little stamps inside, which makes it really cute. But I use this happy birthday here. But this is, look how cute that is. If you can see that, it says party. So teeny. I almost used that one. I just love it. So anyway, that's where my stamp comes from. And I did use icicle stickles for the top of my candle just to give it a little sparkle. This is for my, I don't know if I'm going to end up giving this to my niece. Now that I'm looking at it, it's really pink. She's not a pink person. She's like a red and blue person. So maybe I won't be giving this to my niece. I don't know. But it's still really cute. I'm sure there's plenty of other preteens that I could give this to. So anyway, this is kind of how my card's going. So I'll get this put together, and then I'll come back. So here is my finished card. I really like how it turned out. I love all the colors together and the patterns of the paper. I just think it's really cute. But I did go ahead. I decided to angle my cake. I wasn't going to, but I think it looks better and more balanced because of the angles of the mat. So I did angle my cake and pop it up on 1 thickness of foam tape. My sentiment is also on some foam tape. And then the inside, I just made a simple mat with some white cardstock. Took some of the scraps from my pattern paper and just made, you know, some strips for the bottom. And then just kind of a little corner piece up at the top. My Make-A-Wish stamp comes from another one of the Fiskars mini sets. This one's called Sincere Salutations. And it just has a lot of fun sentiments, just teeny sentiments. There's "You Are Special," "Enjoy," "Sending Happy Thoughts." I really like this smile one. I really like the font on that. Again, I got it at Joann's when it was 40% off, so it only cost me $4. And just, I really like the mini sets that they are putting out. And the oval I cut on some white cardstock just from George at, I believe, 1.5 inches. So that's the inside, and I really like how it turned out. And this is my project for our challenge over at Fantabulous Cricut, just to have your cake. So incorporate any cake or cupcake onto your card or project and link it up. And I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. I'd appreciate any comments or feedback you'd have for me. You can check out my blog at smalleymugsblog.blogspot.com, and we will catch you next time.